Hello and welcome to Quays News. I'm Liam Casey.
And I'm Lika Priliani. Coming up on today's show. After the vote last night against the Prime Minister deal, we find out what is the next for the Great Britain.
It's okay, Brexit, for the strong, but it's not okay for the weak.
Today is Brexit. Members of Parliament have rejected Theresa May's third Brexit proposal. This leaves the UK without a definitive exit strategy, with just 3 weeks until we leave.
I think there's certainly, some people have been encouraged to believe that the European Union is making it very difficult for the UK to leave, and it's doing so as a demonstration effect to prevent any of the other 28 member states from leaving in the future, to say to them in effect, this is how difficult it is and this is how unpleasant it will be if you leave the European Union.
We now move to find out what members of the public think about Brexit.
I think we thrive when we're connected with other people, and when we try to isolate ourselves as a small island nation, we're actually worse off. You know, I think we thrive with richness and diversity of people from all over the world.
People are not interested because when they voted out, they thought they was opening the door to get out. They didn't know it was going to be fast forward to where we are now, still discussing it. It's a messy divorce. It's a messy divorce. That's what it is.
There are two reasons why people are rejecting the deal as it currently stands. One is the perception that the backstop in Northern Ireland will be more or less permanent on the say-so of the European Union. And the DUP is particularly opposed to that because they don't want the unification of Ireland. And of course, if Ireland was economically the whole of Ireland within the European Union and the rest of Britain was outside of it, then that would in effect be a kind of economic unification of Ireland, and political unification could follow. So that's one reason. But the second reason why people are opposed to the current deal is because many of the people in favour of leaving are saying the current deal keeps us inside the customs union.
Millions of people joined the Brexit protest to call for a second referendum last weekend in London.
There is a now majority support to remain in the EU.
Longer than that, there's so much uncertainty.
With the future of Brexit unclear, we took a look at what this means for the UK going forward.
There is a now majority support to remain in the EU.
Longer than that, there's so much uncertainty. We have no idea how long we're going to have to suffer with this consequence. You know, there have been estimates that about 1.5 million people might be here, and that's going to be the biggest march, I think, in British history.
The impact that Brexit has on collaborative science is a big deal. It's not even necessarily about the funding, although the funding is very important, but actually just the opportunities to collaborate may be harder.
With us today is Joe White from Manchester for Europe. Hi, Joe.
Hi.
Can you tell us about the march? So what the march was like?
It was absolutely huge. Well over 1 million people. It was historic. It was very noisy, friendly. There were people from all over the country, a range of ages. I think everyone had a great day.
That's great. So were there a lot of people from Manchester at the march, would you say?
Manchester for Europe organised 8 coaches, but that was only a small fraction of the people from the northwest and Manchester who were at the march. We saw placards everywhere.
Wow, that's amazing. So do you think that there'll be a second referendum coming anytime soon?
Yes, there will. In my view, the logical progression now is for there to be another referendum. Whatever the deal is that Parliament comes up with, it will have to go back to the people, and I think Parliament realise that now.
Okay. Do you think that this could be a solution, or do you think this will bring more division to the country as a nation? Do you think it will bring more division?
I think that the division aspect and the backlash aspect is being overhyped somewhat. You see, if the Yellow Vest protesters have a march in town, there'll be 30 of them. I actually think that it will bring people together if there's another referendum.
That's
because Manchester for Europe can certainly start talking more positively about Europe and forget about the old referendum that's done, and progress more positive arguments for Europe, which I think will help to bring people together.
Just last question. Do you think this will have a great impact for the north of England, such as Manchester? What do you think?
Do I think Brexit will have a great impact?
Very quickly.
OK. Well, the regional impact assessments show that Brexit will be massively detrimental for the UK, and the North West will be affected more than most regions. So we want to see no Brexit.
OK. Thank you so much, Joe, for your time.